AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, the site for the International Bowl, where tonight it's Team Nordic taking on Team USA U19 Select. Thank you so much for being with us. My name is Scott Garner, joined alongside
gentlemen, come on in
Marcus
and introduce
Price.
yourselves.
And Marcus, what a great night for football. It features two teams with terrific offenses, and these two teams are not afraid to sling it around tonight.
You know, when you
Gentlemen,
look at the teams on
congratulations and welcome to the International Bowl.
Two athletic
Nordic,
teams. They're going to really
team.
attack the ball downfield. And I think this will be an up-tempo game, so it's going to be an entertaining game to watch.
It will be an up-tempo game. If you were down in the huddle prior to the ball game tonight, before the teams came out, they sprinted out of their blow-up huddle, and Jeff Miller, the starting quarterback for Team USA, he was ready to go. And this guy is a natural-born leader, 6'6", 250 pounds, and he is not afraid to take it to you.
You know, he has great size. He can throw the ball well. He can run the ball well, and he's excited to play. So when you have that type of guys to lead on your offense, it's going to affect everybody else on offense.
Will affect everybody else. There's no question about it. Team Nordic has players from Norway, from Sweden, from that part of the world. They have a nice bevy of players from which to choose, and they've got a nice offense themselves.
You know, after I spent some time over there, and they love American football. So you're going to get a team that's motivated. They want to prove that they can play and belong. So it's going to make it for a very exciting matchup tonight against Team USA.
Well, Jim Kreiner, the head coach, has been coaching for 50 years, most recently in the World League, and he'll be taking his Nordic team against Team USA U19 Select here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. It's the International Bowl, live from Texas. U19 Select here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, between Team USA and Team Nordic here in the International Bowl. And well, these two teams were especially pumped up right before the game, and with good reason.
I tell you, because both of these teams look good. They look like they're ready to come out to play this game. There's no nervous energy. They know they're on prime time stage here at AT&T Stadium.
So a short kick going to be taken at around the 29-yard line. And that is where Team USA will begin. And they will begin with Jeff Miller at quarterback. He's noticeable. He's number 15. He just towers over everybody on the left of your screen.
I tell you, that size does matter at quarterback. And to have a kid that's carrying that type of size, arm strength and athleticism is just a coveted thing at position. And he's motivated. He is motivated tonight.
He'll be extra motivated. In fact, he led the entire team out onto the field. He's a natural-born leader, and this guy knows how to get it done. I'll be surprised to see him use his feet tonight, too. Bad snap, look out. He had to use his whole body that time to cover up that loose pigskin.
He had to cover that up real quick. But, you know, sometimes when you start a game off, you know a play is coming, you take your eyes off just that split second, and you can lose the ball. That always happens early in games. And as the game gets going, you know, those things should be reduced.
Marcus, this is the fourth game we will have seen here at AT&T Stadium. How many botch snaps have we seen today?
It always in the first quarter seems like. So everybody got a little nervous energy while they're trying to get started.
It's players from all over the United States. Jeff Miller, the quarterback. He's going to throw it on the very first play. Deep right side, he's got a man. And he's got a touchdown. Harrington Greer up the sideline.
Great
they hit
throw.
The easy button.
Great throw and great catch. Miller put enough air in the ball to allow Greer to get underneath it and run it in. He got separation from the cornerback and took it to the house. This team has a lot of team speed, and they went to it right away. They didn't wait not 1 second.
Technically the second play, but the first time that they get one off cleanly. Man, oh man, was that a nice strike. 70 yards on the bomb as the U19 Select Team USA runs the swinging gate for two. They don't have it covered up. Team Norway, and Crownover's in there. He's got the 2-point conversion.
that was the right thing to do. When you get in the swinging gate, you see if they go change and adjust to the formation. If they don't, the center automatically knows to throw the ball to the swinging gate, and they got a 2-point conversion out of it.
I think that's called getting hit in the mouth.
Right away, I tell you, this team was excited coming into this game, and they didn't wait. You see Jeff Miller throw back. He has a nice arm putting underneath the ball, and Greer Jr. catches the ball and he just strides it right to the end zone.
Harrington, Greer, 6'5", 195 out of South Bend, Indiana. Man, I mean, how much separation did he get?
I tell you, when you have that type of height, you could just be 1 yard away from the cornerback, and you already have the advantage because of the height alone. But he was 3 or 4 yards away and accelerated to the ball. And so that is what is impressive when you see a high school player accelerate to the ball like that. That he has enough speed to get up underneath the ball and catch it in stride and take it in for a score.
Of every 100 times a team lines up in the swinging gate, how many times do they actually snap it?
I remember this when it was invented. It was all predicated on the fact that will the defense adjust, and if they don't, it's an automatic call. You go for the 2-point conversion. Automatic.
All right, so Team USA to kick off now. John Miller, 6 foot, 180-pound kicker from Valdosta, Georgia. Home of the Division II champion Valdosta State team. Champion a couple of times, in fact. So Team Nordic with a nice return across the 25, maybe the 27-yard line. Johannes Lindeus with the return. Early on, we played 1 minute, and already Team USA with an 8-0 lead. We'll see Nordic come out now. Their own 27-yard line. Michael Cox Jr. is the quarterback. 6 feet 160 out of South Ridge High School. Most of these teams from Norway and Sweden. Another fumble on the snap. Quarterback runs into the running back. Ball loose. Team USA, as if they didn't have enough momentum, piles a little more on.
It's another sense of guys not being able to play together to get that type of chemistry. Quarterbacks touch the ball every play, and it's so important that they have a good relationship with the running back so they know how to set that ball into that breadbasket of the running back. You see here, he steps into the running back, and it is the quarterback's responsibility to deliver the ball. Team USA recovers a fumble.
Andreas Heinstein ends up almost knocking the ball and really kind of knocked the ball from the grasp of the quarterback, Cox. And Team USA will take over at the 24-yard line. Wow. That is what you call an awful start. Give up a touchdown, second play, fumble it on the first play from scrimmage. Here comes Miller with a chance. He's going to roll the pocket here. Throw a touch pass. Juggled. Brought in. Crownover's got a touchdown.
Great pass to catch. They just took advantage of rolling out. He run a post corner. Miller laid that up where only the receiver can catch the ball. There was nothing that the safety can do. Once they push the safety upfield and turn outside of that, if he's not playing the outside section of that receiver and covering the outside, he's going to be wide open. So that was a great catch, great play call.
23 yards on the throw and catch to Crownover. I mean, what's Miller's quarterback rating? Like infinity? I mean, what is this?
I tell you, 2 passes, 2 touchdowns. You can't beat that.
And a line up to the swinging gate again. I mean, Team Nordic hasn't even had a chance to blink. They're looking at another swinging gate. They're going to run it again. Flag flies. Throw it. Caught it. 2-point conversion, I assume, is good. John Miller caught it. But we'll check out the penalty flag. I mean, Jim Kreiner, who's the head coach for Nordic, has to just be beside himself.
Illegal motion. Number 17 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. We'll retry.
I mean, if you coach Kreiner and your team is not lined up to the swinging gate, are you calling a timeout to make sure they adjust?
You call a timeout because, normally you have film to study, but, you have the first play they do it. Now you have to make the adjustment on the sideline so the defense is ready and prepared if you see that front again.
John Miller will use a block, but it's not the real tall one, as you can see there. He's got a good leg, and He boots it through. 15-zip. Miller, nimble, rolling to his left. Touch pass. Caught it. Wow, 15-zip USA right off the bat.
Wow.
Better start than Team USA has gotten off to tonight here in the U.S. Under-19 select game. Team Nordic, Team USA International Bowl, USA Football. It is the big one here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. They have snapped the ball 3 times, 2 touchdowns, and the one that wasn't a touchdown was a botched snap.
I tell you what, when I was watching them in the warm-ups, I knew they was clued in because they was completing all the passes. Everybody was focused. When you have a team that's focused like that, they're going to come and start the game fast.
From the 14-yard line. Second return of the game for Lindeus. And he gets tackled at around the 27. And that's where Team Nordic will begin on their own 27-yard line, down 15-0. I mean, how bad was this start? And you see Jim Kreiner right here. Jim Kreiner, 49 years as a coach, 26 of them as a head coach. He's been with Boise State, Iowa State. He's been with the World League, with the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL. This guy knows his football, and he knows what a bad start is. And the running game is where they really want to excel. They want to run it about 60% of the time. And that time it was absolutely stuffed by Jarrett Patton for Team USA.
And I know Coach has seen it all, and he just wants the team to settle down and just execute plays. When you start executing plays, it just settles the offense down. Everybody gets comfortable with what they're doing, and then you have some positive things happen. You start to gain confidence. So they just need to settle down and just execute the play.
So last time you saw a team huddle. Newman is the tailback. And the fullback goes in motion prior to the snap. He got off to an early start.
Offense, number 73, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
That was Juuso Valentinen. Big tackle.
And that's just nervous energy. That is nervous. You know the snap count. You're just anticipating coming off the ball. You want something positive and good to happen. You're just eager. Just need to relax and just listen to the snap count and run a play.
2nd and 15. Counter, draw, nothing. Lost yardage. Dropped him for a loss of 2. How about that? I mean, this is not their starting running back. Newman, kind of a taller guy, but he's not the most explosive tailback they've got. And this Nordic team needs a jump start.
I'll tell you, because Team USA is really they handling the line of scrimmage. When you run those counter plays, those long counter plays, the weakness of a counter play is the backside 3 technique. And if he gets penetration, it destroys the counter play. And right now, they're running the delayed counter, but delayed counter cannot happen because the backside 3 technique is not being blocked.
It's 3rd and 18, and they've got to have the 37-yard line. Michael Cox Jr., the quarterback. Pressure, trying to avoid it, can't. Down he goes. Team USA is off to such a great start. And I don't know if it's rolled over to the defense or if Team USA is this much better. A loss of 8 more.
The problem that's happening is up the middle. There's leakage on every play. So when Team Nordic get on the sideline, they're going to have to really shore up the inside because you have to give the quarterback enough space to see in the middle, and you have to give your running back enough room to at least get to the line of scrimmage to make a play.
Just saw Joe Watsky there from Edwardsville, Kansas, making that play. Team Nordic's got to punt out of its own end zone. Bad snap, safety.
Well, you say how bad it is. It's worse than that.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, do you think, Jim Kreiner's been coaching for a long time. Has he seen a worse 3.5-minute stretch in his 50-year career?
I'm sure he is, but I know he's aware that he's dealing with a different set of circumstances. These kids are coming over here to the United States to play against the United States team. They want to prove that they belong, and they love the game of football. So they actually carry more weight of nervousness and change than anyone else. So they really want to set the proof what they want to do. And sometimes when the ball gets rolling on negativity, it just keeps moving.
Kreiner over there doing some coaching here. Michael Cox trying to explain to him what to do when big-time pressure's there. And, Jim Kreiner understands that these are players that have only been together 2 or 3 days. They're good players. I mean, these are all-star players. But sometimes it does take some communication. And, players have to know not only how to communicate, but what to communicate.
Exactly. And also, those slow development plays is tough to run when the teams are not confident. So they're able to get back to the ball and just run simple zones, get the ball out of the quarterback hands just to get positive executed plays.
Nordic with a free kick from the 20. And Team USA will grab it at the 40-yard line. Here comes Crownover, who's already had a touchdown tonight. Turns it for close to 13 into Nordic territory. Some great starting field position for Team USA, who's got a 17-0 lead, and not the conventional way.
They have all the momentum in the world. They have the confidence. It's really up to Team Nordic to really match their confidence. This defense, Team Nordic needs this defense to step up and make a play. They need to get a 3-and-out if they can, and ensure up what they can do for their team and give their offense the ball to give them another chance to gain some confidence in this game.
Has a coffin nail ever been driven 4 minutes in?
Yeah, it all depends on the confidence. If the team loses a lot of confidence, it can happen.
Comes a run right side, cut back inside the 35. Nice jaunt for Trevon Pratt.
And it's clearly illustrated that the Team USA is playing on their side of the ball. Team Nordic has to match it up front. The defensive line has to match that big offensive line up front, either by penetration or stop gapping them so that the linebackers can come down here. But you're not going to be able to stop this team if you don't get the first hit within 5 to 7 yards of the line of scrimmage.
14 yards. Justin Kapp coming in for Miller here. Miller says, wait, where are the reps at? Straight give to Alec Meza, who gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. That is the first positive play tonight for Team Nordic.
That was a great play by Icom certifying number 96. He actually stayed home, made the play. They come in with a counter action. The guard can get there fast enough, but he stayed at home and made the play. Those are the type of plays that Team Nordic needs to give their team some confidence.
Second down and 10. I mean, anything but an explosive play would have been better than what they've been seeing. Second down 10, Team USA. Cap rolling left, being chased into the boundary, picked off at the 20-yard line. And so things looking a little bit better for Team Nordic as Mans Aberg out of Goldberg Marvels with the pick.
That was a great play. He made the play that was there for him. Quarterback throws back against the grain. He didn't see him. He obviously didn't see him when he made the throw. A right-handed quarterback is difficult to throw left because you have to square your shoulders. And he made a play on the ball. He made a big play for his team to give his team some confidence.
Never want to throw back against the grain. And if you're a right-handed quarterback rolling left, you sure don't want to.
Many times you don't have control over the ball and you can't see the field. That's one of the reasons why you never throw back against the grain, or it's taught that way, because you can't see defenders coming underneath those passes.
So Mans Aberg, the first turnover for Team Nordic as they run the inside zone here. And pretty good second effort. You can hear the crowd here for Team Nordic sort of getting into it.
That was a great job. Great call. And coach has been around a long time, so he knows that when your team is reeling, you got to go back to the basic fundamental plays and allow guys just to come off the ball and make something happen.
Second down and 1 after a 9-yard pickup midway through this first quarter. Michael Cox Jr., who got an earful on the sideline from Jim Kreiner, the head coach. See what they do here. They go the tight right set, down 17-zip. Second and short. He rolls out left. Cox eluding the first guy. He's got to tuck it and sort of scramble, and he gets taken down at the line of scrimmage. He was just trying to get back to the line.
Team USA did a great job on the pursuit. They took the proper angles, and even when he got outside, he really had nowhere to go back inside. Once they forced him inside, the pursuit was there to make the tackle right there at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 1. They're at their own 32, and Team Nordic needs a first down here. They don't have one yet tonight. Third and short. They're going to hand it off. Not great timing. Trying to turn the corner. And Newman, did he get it? They're going to give it to him. They're going to give him the corner, it looks like, and give him a gain of 2.5, maybe 3 when he needed 1.
He did a great job of finishing that run. He got right to the inside. He dipped inside. He saw the pressure, ran outside, knew he had to get the first down, stayed in bounds enough to stretch the ball past the first down marker.
Good job by Newman. Doesn't have a whole lot of international competition, but they really like him over in Sweden, placing him on the national team. But it's interesting you noted how he finished that run. He does the little things that sort of give teams life. Got a whistle. Flag coming in.
Full start. Offense. Number 61. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Yeah, penalties. Not something you want here, especially when you're down 17-0 and have very little momentum. And this is about as on the road as you can get with players from Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark. Man in motion, almost turned upfield too soon and might have. Illegal procedure again against Team Nordic.
Team Nordic is having a difficult time with the
Full
motions.
Start. Offense, number 61, 5-yard penalty, first down.
This is a quarterback center issue where they try to get the timing right for the motions and the snap. They go on a silent count, and so the quarterback is trying to allow the motion to come by the ball and then time the snap before the route, and the timing is off, and that's what's causing these illegal procedures.
Get a chance to look at that again. Let's see exactly what happened here.
He's coming across, he's timing it, and even the quarterback is stepping forward. So the timing of those snap counts is off.
1st and 20 now, and Cox got taken down, I think. He was going to hand it off, but there was so much penetration, he thought better of it.
You know, one of the things that he's struggling with, they're trying to do a read option front side. He's having a hard time really catching the ball cleanly so he can see the options. See, normally he's supposed to be looking at the defensive end, but his eyes are downfield and he can't see how the defensive end is reading that read option.
That ball should have been handed off.
It should have been handed off.
Yeah. Why do you think he didn't hand it?
It's the little things. You know, his eyes should be focused on the end. His eyes was focused downfield. And those little things, you know, it really hurts you when you're trying to do these type of plays.
2nd and 25. Cox will go to the air. Just a little dump to the tight end out near side as Segerfeld makes his first grab of the day. Get about 5 on that one.
And this can be a product of a quarterback not playing with the team. They don't understand his cadence and timing, or he's learning the cadence and timing. But when you do the silent count, this is one of the difficult things that you're dealing with the clap of the hands of the quarterback. Everybody's waiting to listen for it to come, and you're anticipating the time he's going to clap. And it changes from quarterback to quarterback.
One of the common denominators among the teams today, they wanted to try to keep it simple. 3rd and 22. Backside pressure. Cox, look out. He's got to avoid it. Does. Did he pass the line of scrimmage? Tossed through the hands of his intended target against Singerfeld, who is right there in the flat, and it goes incomplete. I don't see a flag.
Tried to make a play outside, just didn't get the ball down enough for his tight end to catch the ball. They just got to get settled down on offense. You know, as a quarterback, that's one of the central focuses of the team. If you're not settled, the whole offense is not settled. So they have to settle him down, is to do the simple things correct so they can just execute play by play.
Yeah, it's kind of down to one play at a time here for Team Nordic. Another bad snap that resulted in a safety on the last punt. Lands at midfield, takes a neutral bounce, and then a USA bounce upfield 3 yards. Really short punt there of 24 yards. And so Team USA will begin in plus territory and try to take advantage of this. So every drive has begun in plus territory except the initial one.
Yeah, you know, Team Nordic can't flip the field right now because they can't get first downs. They're backing up, and then the punter is struggling to get the punt out because he's more concerned about getting the punt blocked or a bad snap.
From the plus 45-yard line, we are approaching the latter stages of this first quarter. Pass by Cap is going to be caught. Johnson makes the grab at around the 37, fighting for a couple of extra. Ends up with 9 on the connection.
That is a great catch. They basically took what the defense is giving. The cornerbacks are playing off. He runs a quick stop, 8-yard stop, and throws him the ball, and he gets it real quick for a 9-yard gain.
2nd and 1. Cap to throw, but an early jump by a wide receiver or two there. Flags down.
Offside. Defense, number 90 with contact. 5-yard penalty. That results in a first down.
What's this again?
Now, normally, if it's not unabated to the quarterback, they're allowed it to go for a free play, so that's unusual for them to stop the play without a defensive end clearly being in the back of the field.
I think the referee's determination that that D lineman must have made contact with the offensive lineman prior to the snap. Stretch, running right, good spin move. Jones down to the 29. Nordic does a good job of run fitting there, limiting the gain to 2.
And it looks as if the defense is starting to settle down, especially standing home in the gaps versus the run. It remains to be seen how the secondary is going to react to passing the ball downfield, but up front, it's starting to get sound, starting to settle down, playing in their home positions and playing Team USA tight.
Justin Cap loves the sprint out. This time it's a quarterback draw here, straight ahead. Gains 5 down to the 24.
Team Nordic tried to bluff a double A-gap blitz. That's where you have 2 linebackers walk up into the A-gap, but when they backed out, that's the same direction the quarterback ran into. So sometimes you can trick the offense, but sometimes you can trick yourself with these different looks.
Team USA staying on schedule here. Cap, the snap, stop route, a lot of cushion, catch made, first down. Barry Johnson picks up his 2nd reception of the drive to move the sticks on a 5-yard connection.
Now this time they come to the double A-gap blitz. That means the cornerbacks have to play off, which leaves room to make a short throw for a first down.
Team USA here in the first quarter trying to add to an early 17-zip lead over Team Nordic. Cap on the stretch play, hands it off to Jones, getting his first carry of the night. Jones burrowing his way to the 16-yard line. Pickup of 3.
Team USA is methodically moving the ball downfield. They're taking what the defense is giving them. They're making them honor the run game by going up the middle and still attacking their cornerbacks on the outside.
Now Team USA, coached by Adam Nigebauer in his 6th season. Talk about Jim Kreiner's experience. Kreiner's experience almost doubles the age of Nigebauer. Rolling right, Cap. Looking downfield, he's going to run with it. Takes a hit, doesn't slide. Nose forward. Gains 10 down to the 6. First and goal, Team USA.
That was a great decision by Cap. He gets outside, no one is open. He sees he has a lane. Hey, he just becomes a running back and go get that first down.
Is Cap coming out of the ball game or just coming down to get the play here? I think he's just going to come over and get the play.
That's one of the things. When you're a running quarterback, your body gets used to taking shots. And, you know, because many times you play as a running back. And so when you have a running quarterback, you know, unlike in the NFL, at this level, you can take some of the shots and still make plays.
Well, Justin Kapp has taken a couple of hits tonight. Man goes in motion. Going to toss it on the fly sweep. Mary Johnson gets hit around the line of scrimmage. Not much there. 2nd and goal from the 6. Play took a while to develop.
Team Nordic is reacting well versus the run up the middle. Guys are not overplaying, and that type of play really gets teams that the linebackers overplay their gaps, and it leaves the gaps underneath. But they're doing a good job of reading their gaps, staying at home when they need to, so that when you run those misdirection plays, guys are there to make the play.
How many years does it take to have an assignment like that just become ingrained or innate?
You know, I think what happens is defenses get very confident, and a lot of times when you get very confident, you get guys to do more than what they're supposed to do. They're not doing their jobs themselves, and so that's where you find defenses start to lose their gap responsibilities and leaving lanes open.
Kapp runs this time on 2nd and goal and gets to the 5. That brings the first quarter to a close. So Team USA out of the gates quickly. 17-0 advantage going to the 2nd. Second quarter of action. Team USA out in front big. 17-0 here in the early goings. And looking for more here on a 3rd and goal play from around the 4. See Jeff Miller there, who got off to a terrific start. A couple of touchdown passes on his first 2 attempts. Third and goal, Kapp off his back foot throws and caught, I think, broken up. Will they rule it incomplete or a catch and a fumble? Incomplete, it looks like. To Mercurio there from his tight end spot. Kapp throws off his back, but I thought for a moment Gribrianson was going to be able to break it up, but he didn't.
It almost looked like a fumble. You know, that's one of the big questions in football. What is a catch nowadays? And it changes from game to game.
Look at the statistics here in terms of total yards. You talk about domination. 144 in terms of the yardage for Team USA. This is a short kick. 21 yards on the place kick. It hits the upright.
That is a big win for Team Nordic. Team USA drives all the way down to the red zone, get down to the 5-yard line and can't punch it in and miss the field goal. Team Nordic needs to seize this opportunity to build some momentum for their team on offense and just settle down and execute plays and make it a game.
The goalposts here are a little bit thinner than they are at the high school level, and I've always wondered if that makes a difference when kickers come in here, if it just kind of sights them out a little bit.
It does, and then another thing that affects kickers, believe it or not, are the hash marks, because the hash marks on NFL teams are narrow, and in high school they're wider.
Oh, interesting.
So they're used to those angles to kick majority of the time. As you see, the angle is straight. And high school kickers, they get used to kicking at those angles because that's the way those fields are.
Well, you'd think the angles would make it more difficult. Good run here. This is Cox, the quarterback, across the 40. 21 yards on the scamper.
Great run by Cox. Read it correctly, looked at the defensive end. As soon as he closed on a running back, he's out the gate. Good job. Great speed outside. This is the type of play that Team Nordic needs to just build confidence.
A hard hit there at the end, didn't he?
I tell you, Team USA, they flying to the ball. They're still playing with a lot of confidence.
Still early, too. 11:38. A score, and they're back in it. Team Nordic just took them about 5-6 minutes just to get their feet underneath them. Cox on the option, hands it off, and not much. Newman take it down immediately. Good play right there in the middle by Team USA's Brandon Barnes.
I tell you, they are attacking on every play. They're not waiting. They're not playing a two-gap system here. They are penetrating and shooting. They're reading the run to the pass, and that's what we used to call it. Get upfield, play your gap, make a play, and they're doing that on every play.
Great defenses start with strength up front. Another tackle for a loss. This time a loss of 2 back to the 39. It's 2nd and 12. 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Well, a lot of people here in the box. They are tight. Cox hands off again. Here comes Newman to the sideline, and he got hit. Boy, he got lit up. Man, you talk about flying to the ball. You are so right about that, Marcus.
And I tell you, when you leave your feet, you up for mercy, because these guys are flying the ball. And when you get up out the ground, you got to know that you don't know how you're going to land. And Team USA, they are flowing and moving with you know, I used to call it they're coming with bad intentions when they get to that ball.
They get there with a bad attitude, don't they? Austin McDonald makes a good hit. And Cox in the huddle. Again, a rare huddle up for a football team these days. Cox just one of two. You see Eric Newman. 8 yards on 4 carries in that first frame. Another penalty flag.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
One of the things that Team Nordic is doing different on offense, they're running a spread system, but there's not a sideline system where they got cards or coaches sending signals. They're calling it mostly from the huddle. So you have to imagine you have to call the play, and you have all the motions from that play coming from the sideline.
Watching Jim Kreiner here, he's got that play card in his hand, and it's got to be tough to call plays when the defensive front is getting such great penetration. It really stymies the coach, doesn't it?
It hurts a lot because, one, you can't make adjustments that way, the way they're calling it.
Going to roll Cox out to his left, throws it short underneath, covered up pretty well as they were giving him a little cushion there, but they'll still get 8 on the play. But it's 4th down and close to 7.
That's one of the adjustments that Team Nordic will look to do. You see on this play, they're going outside. Team USA playing just off enough to make the tackle, knowing it is a 3rd and long play, and they stop them for it to get a 4th down.
4th and 6. Nordic's got to get it away. 17-zip in favor of Team USA. Volley, another high snap. Pressure from the middle. Directional kick. Rolls up the sideline where it's fielded at the 15-yard line. Hart slowed up. Gives ground. Down he goes. Great special teams play by Team Nordic. Nice play by Engel.
He took a chance on taking the ball, trying to make a play out of really a virtue out of nothing, but Team Nordic made him pay, pinned him back at the 9-yard line. So Team Nordic can really make it run. The defense is settled in. The game was not over. They can come in and keep playing defense, keep giving their offenses the opportunity to make plays, and they can make this a game.
You surprised that Team USA yanked Jeff Miller so fast?
You know, I know in the All-Star game they try to get rotations into the game, and since he had such success the first 2 series, they want to get another quarterback in. But now he's back into the game.
Put him back out there.
So let's see if the fireworks are back.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Get him back out there. The fireworks are back. Let's see. From their own 9, leading 17-0. He's got 2 passes and 2 touchdowns. Miller, 6'5", pump fake, going deep, on target. Oh, through the hands of his intended receiver, and it goes incomplete. Man, you know he's got to be hating himself for that. Harrington Greer, who caught that big pass earlier, dropped it.
Pass was there again. He just lost sight of the ball to catch it right here. You know, you got to bring those elbows in tight. And what you're trying to do, you're trying to make sure those hands are touching the ball. He left his elbows too wide. Ball comes right through. That's just a young receiver's mistake. The older he gets, he'll learn how to improve that technique, and he won't miss those catches too many times. You
know, all Miller does is put it right between the numbers on every throw. He's a senior quarterback, 6'6", 248, out of Murrieta, California. Going to run the football here. Meza on the edge. And on 2nd and 10, picks up close to 1st down yardage to the 20.
That was a great call, great run. Receivers are blocking outside the line. Is consistently, they're doing well on the edges. I mean, they're blocking pretty good, sustaining those blocks. And so when you get a running back in that type of space, he's going to make good things happen.
Miller going all the way to the sideline to get the play here. Look at Alec Meza's socks right there, running back. The American flag. Man, look at that. You can get me some of those. Miller, quick pass into the boundary, low toss. He goes down to get it. Nice catch by Hart up the sideline, 30. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 15-yard connection and a first down.
I tell you that Miller is throwing the ball on time, giving his receivers time to make plays after they catch the ball. When a receiver doesn't hesitate to catch the ball because it's on time, they can always make something bigger happen. And that's a classic case of taking a short pass and taking it long.
First and 10 for the 35. Miller's going deep. One-on-one. Goes up. Caught it. What a grab. Trayvon Pratt.
That is a great job high pointing the ball. And when you have tall receivers, that's what you want to do. You want to get it up to where they have a chance to catch the ball at its highest point. They're already taller than the cornerbacks. You're able to go out and get that 1 foot down and completing the long catch downfield.
42 yards on the throw and catch. Man, they've got a great quarterback, and they have a bevy of receivers that can get it done. Throw it out to it hard again. He gets a block on the edge by Greer. Manages a couple of more. Pick up 4 on the connection. It may give him 5 to the 18-yard line.
Jim, Miller's using all of his weapons at his disposal. They have receivers on both sides of the ball, 2 tall receivers on the outside. You know, they have a lot of weapons that's giving Team Nordic problems.
Remember, this drive began on their own 9. 2nd and 6. Miller, pass, caught. Nice play on an island. Trayvon Pratt with the grab. Brought down immediately by Lampinen, that defensive back. 6 feet 174 out of Roosters.
One thing I like about Miller, he knows who he is. He's a pocket quarterback. He can run a little bit, but his philosophy is get the ball to the playmakers and let them make plays. Sometimes when you get a running quarterback in the game, that window gets smaller because he wants to run. He may have one target, but he does a good job of seeing the whole field.
Not every player knows his role. 3rd down, 5. Miller, fade, end zone. Caught it, touchdown, Greer. Oh, Miller's fired up.
Great job. They essentially had a free play. Team Nordic had jumped outside, and they allowed the play to go. There was one way to go, into the end zone to Harrington Greer Jr. once again for what I call the alley-oop pass in the end zone.
Boy, that is an alley-oop pass. Look at Miller, poised in the pocket, and he has led this team.
Set his feet, loft the ball. You know, that's some talent that, you know, you like to see the quarterbacks be able to make those type of passes in high school, and he has it all. He can throw the deep ball. He has touch for the fade ball. He has enough range in this to throw the ball and straight down the middle. He can make all the throws.
John Miller for the point after. Team USA tacks it on 24-0 in favor of Team USA here at AT&T Stadium, the International Bowl. U19 select action. It has been all Miller. Miller time. And Jeff Miller tosses his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. Team USA with a 24-0 lead here in the under-19 select edition of our International Bowl. It's the 4th game here at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Nordic and Team USA.
Team USA has a lot of weapons, and they're using them on offense. They just really have a solid team, and they're confident. You know, confidence makes you do a lot of positive things when you put a team like this together. They're confident. They believe they can go out there and make the plays, and you see it on the field.
Scott Garner alongside Marcus Price tonight here in Arlington. Team Nordic bringing it out again. Good return for Lindaeus. Across midfield, but stepped out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds at around the 41-yard line. Flag down.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team, number 9. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Help Team Nordic here is getting shut out. 17 minutes into the ball game. Good return.
That was a great turn. He hit the hole right away, stepped out of bounds here. Probably could have taken it to the house if he would have stayed in bounds, but it was a great job of hitting a hole and trying to make a play for his team.
So Team Nordic starts from the plus 44-yard line. Cox running to the edge. Gets 5.
Cox getting more comfortable with that read option. He read it in again, and the more he run it, the more he settle down, the more comfortable he gets, he's going to make positive plays for his team.
Again, Team Nordic down by a 24-0 score. We have seen 3 touchdown passes, 70-yard bomb from Miller to Green. Ended up seeing a 29-yard touchdown pass from Miller to Crownover, then a 2-point conversion, then a safety on a punt. Ball snapped over the Nordic punter's head, and then we just saw the touchdown. Quarterback power with a block. Nordic may score. Cox reaches out for the pylon, but I think he stepped out. Stepped out around the 2. Nice run. 37 yards.
That was a great job. This was a counter play, but it was a counter read. He reads the defensive tackle. The defensive tackle chases the ball. He keeps the ball. He did a great job seeing it and hitting it right away. He has some exceptional speed, and that's one of the things that you can tell he's confident with his feet. He want to get downfield and really take the angle on people, and really he can really make some plays.
Saw Cox that time sort of reaching out to the pylon. Seen a number of touchbacks the last year or two with skill guys doing that, trying too hard to put it over the double white stripe.
Yeah, there's a lot of coaches who are not allowing their guys to do that anymore because of the fact that you can lose the ball at the last second like that.
Another flag?
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
How do you address that, though, as a coach?
Well, one of the things when you turn in terms of reaching the ball out,
yeah,
Bill Belichick says best. He don't allow none of his players to reach the ball out.
Oh, he doesn't.
You have to bring in shoulders first because the ball is just too important to allow to come out to reach the ball out like that, because half the time you actually can lose the ball. And in big games, you've seen teams that are going down, like when the Oakland Raiders was playing Dallas this year, and Carr reached out the ball and fumbled the ball last second when they had the game in hand. So the control of the ball is so important that it's not worth losing.
Next telecast will be on Wednesday at 9:30 in the morning. Under 15 stripes against the under 15 stars. Right here on ESPN3. Been a pleasure today to bring these games to you today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Scott Garner and Marcus Price. It's going to add to what you said a moment ago about trying to reach out for the pylon. It almost gets to a point where it's almost selfish of a player to do that.
It is. I mean, you're taking a high risk with the ball there in that type of situation. If anything, when it originally was reaching the ball out, it was always a two-handed deal, and then it started reaching the one-handed deal where you're careless with the ball. But it should never be a time on a football field that you were careless with the football. It's the most precious commodity that you have. So,
that's a great point. When players first started doing that, they would reach out with two hands. Cox on 1st and goal. Gonna hand it off. Here comes Newman. Edge. Got it. Touchdown. Nice run. 7-yard jaunt for the Nordic score.
Nice confidence builder for Team Nordic. Got down the field, ran a couple of good plays, hit it with some speed right down the middle, and then you finish it off with a meal, running on over the left side to score that touchdown. That's a great confidence booster.
Breaks the goose egg.
Great blocking by the tight end, great blocking by the left tackle, opens the lane up to the left side. Great overall team win there for Team Nordic.
How much does Jim Kreiner have to do with that? Head coach.
Here's a lot. I mean, when you coached a lot, you've seen all types of scenarios. And one of the things real quick is to settle a team down and just execute plays.
24/7, Team USA with the edge, but Nordic has found a way to the end zone. Emil Newman finds his way to the end zone on a 7-yard jaunt. Capson, 44-yard drive that takes 4 plays for Team Nordic as they avert the shutout today and close the gap 24-7 in favor of Team USA. The U19 select game between Team Nordic and Team USA. International Bowl 9 here in 2018. Brought to you by USA Football. Team Nordic kicks off. Short kick. We'll see what Crownover can do with it. Oh, he got taken down immediately. Man, what a great play on special teams.
It's amazing how you have something positive happen on one team that affects the next team. So this scenario, once again, offense go down and get some positive plays. It affects the special team, and now the defense will come in and play with a little confidence, and let's see how Team USA reacts.
From their own 24-yard line, I'm interested to see, will they go with Jeff Miller or maybe Justin Kapp? Miller's got 3 touchdowns already here in the first half. Big, tall quarterback, number 15. Hey, that's who's coming out.
I tell you, he's hot. He's using all his arsenal to his disposal, and he's keeping Team Nordic on track with the way he's distributing the ball. So the pressure's on the defense to stop this kid because he's really seeing the field. He's getting the ball to his players on time.
Nordic has done a good job stopping the run. They run a little misdirection to freeze the linebackers as flags fly on the first play on this particular drive. We'll check out the infraction. Seen a number of penalties here in the first half.
Illegal formation, 5 in the backfield, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
And that's just a case of teams playing together, knowing who needs to be up on the line of scrimmage when guys go in motion.
That's a wide receiver problem, isn't it?
That's a wide receiver problem all the way. You know, you have one side going in motion, the other receiver is supposed to step up to be the last guy in the line of scrimmage. So that happens more often than not in these type of games.
1st and 15 for Team USA. 6:05 here in the second quarter. Miller throws off his back foot for the first time and finds the underneath cross to Hart, who's caught his 4th ball of the half. Picks up close to 11 yards on the connection.
It's really a nice pickup because sometimes when you get to a play where you got a penalty, you feel like you got to get all the yards back. But it's good for them to get just some of the yards back so you can have manageable downs for the next few halves.
Big athlete at wide receiver. Trey Hart, probably the best athlete in Adam Nugenbauer's estimation, the head coach for Team USA. He felt as though Hart would bring the best skills to the table from his wide receiver spot. Or if Nugenbauer got a little bit nervous and put Miller out there because the gap closed in terms of the score. Fake the fly sweep and go to the middle on a dive play. First time we've seen that tonight. Crownover the carry. Close to first down yardage, but still short, but it sets up a 3rd and short for Team USA.
Team Nordic, they're standing home. And that's one of the things that they're showing is they're reading their keys. There's somebody that's responsible for that jet sweep that's coming over. They don't have to overcompensate. They have to play their role. And they did a good job of staying home and staying on that dive play.
It's funny, Adam Nugenbauer, who's the quarterback coach at Georgetown. Oh, in jumps, free play. Miller, effortless toss. It's picked off, but I don't think it's going to count. We'll have to check it out. Aberg comes up with the interception for Team Nordic. It's funny, they were going to the air there on 3rd and short.
Offside. Defense. Number 92. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So instead of the interception, it won't count. It'll be a first down via penalty for Team USA.
That was one of the first times you saw Miller, really not following through his throw. And when you do that for a big quarterback, the ball is going to sail too high or to sail too low. So that's one of the first times. And he always had to be careful, especially throwing across the middle because receivers are in traffic so much.
The first time we've not seen him extend completely on the throw. Handed to Hart on the jet sweep. Seen a number of those today. And the ball's kind of pitched forward, so if he drops it, be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and a lot of times these are setup plays. Coaches in the booth will sit and watch and see how the defense reacts to those jet sweeps because they have a counter play coming. You know, they set it up. They want to see how the linebackers are flowing, and it's a setup play for later on down the line.
What's the best counter on that jet sweep to the reverse?
You know, a lot of times you can jet sweep and you can run a counter opposite way, and sometimes you can run a jet sweep. If you see that the safeties are following, you can run a jet sweep with a real route on the backside.
2nd and 7 from the 41. Pitch play again. This time Harrington Greer taken down to the backfield. Kind of blows up on him. Nordic's played the run really well after the first 4 minutes.
They settled down on defense. The guys up front has really been playing well. They've been trying to get the back end shored up, but the linebackers of the defense line is coming up and playing very well. He's playing contained. He saw the jet sweep. That's his responsibility. He gets right out there and make the tackle.
Edward Visternanen, the 6'2", 242-pound linebacker out of Helsinki Roosters. 3rd and 12. First 3rd and long that Miller's had to contend with at quarterback for Team USA. Has time. Over the middle. Bullet caught. Close to a first down. Greer tried to stretch out. Ball wasn't there. They're going to mark him a yard short.
That was a great job of Team Nordic. They want to get deeper, just deep enough to allow the receiver to catch the ball below the first round marker and make the tackle.
A great tackle by Aberg to hold him short of the first down, but Team USA is going to go for it, it looks like, under 4 minutes to go on their own side of the 50.
And I think they're going to go for it. I don't think this is a bluff.
Crowd coming a little to life here. Miller audibilizing here at the line of scrimmage. Everybody in every gap. The 6'6" quarterback uses his big body on a sneak to get 2 yards when he needed 1. First down, Team USA.
That was a great job. While he was barking out calls and audibles, the defense kind of delayed and getting in their stands, getting in the center was the first time he got in the center and run the quarterback sneak.
I'll tell you what, he looks big on TV. He looks a lot bigger down there in the tunnel, too. He just towers over everybody.
He is a big kid.
From the 49, Miller takes a low snap. Throws it deep right sideline and behind the defense again. Greer caught it. Touchdown. 51 yards. 4 touchdown tosses by Miller here in the first half.
I tell you, that's size versus size. Miller 6'5", Greer 6'4", 6'5". That is a size mismatch all day. So every time he goes out of the field and there's no safety help across the top, that play is there for him. It forces Team Nordic to play a true cover 2 with bringing the safety across the top. But every time they roll the safety the opposite way, Greer's been open every time.
Harrington Greer out of South Bend, Indiana. Do you think the Irish know who he is?
I'm sure they do.
Swinging gate, run it again.
Fumble.
Ball's out. No good. Look at it again. Low snap. All Miller.
As you see, he's getting no safety help across the top, and that's causing a problem. The safety is following the slot. Team USA is doing a great job by formation. They putting a receiver inside of Greer, running an inside post, taking the safety away, allowing Greer to be one-on-one with that corner. So that's a setup play that's made to make him vulnerable to that one-on-one play.
Every time Harrington Greer, 6'5", 195 out of South Bend, every time he gets the outside release, he gets about 5 to 6 yards of separation. Is he that good, or are they just misplaying it that bad?
Well, one of the parts when you play cornerback, you have to displace the receiver. You can't allow them to run free. And so sometimes it's hard for young corners to realize that you actually have to displace him in order for you to get into a place. So in other words, you have to reroute him. You have to push him. You got to get your hands on him. If you let him run free and you're chasing, then you're not going to beat anyone backpedaling while he's running full speed. So, especially when you have no safety help across the top, they're playing him off the ball, but you have to redirect him somehow, either with your body shielding him or playing over top of him.
Saw a shot right there of Jim Kreiner, the head coach for Team Nordic. I'm sure he's trying to figure out what can they do to try to neutralize the speed and the athleticism of the Greers of the wide receiving world of Team USA here. 4 touchdown passes here in the first half. It's 30-7 in favor of Team USA. Team USA answering the Nordic touchdown. Another kick mishandled here today. This is the 4th return for Lindeus and probably his worst of the day.
And how is that taught from an offensive coordinator standpoint, and really from a DB standpoint? When you reroute a guy, can you only do it within 10 yards? How do most coaches teach that?
Well, what they do is, if you play an off coverage, what you're doing, you try to shield him with your body. So if you know he's running an out route, you try to play over top of him and run him to the sideline with your body position. But you cannot allow him to run free.
God's hands, biggest hole of the day for Newman to run through on a dive play. It's close to 5. Second down and 5 coming up. 2:37 to go. Well, this is old school. Well, they are huddling. They're not in a hurry. They're down 30-7, and they're wanting to go in the locker room right here. Pistol handoff right back to Newman off tackle. Oh, made a man miss. 20, 25. Will the philosophy change here after a 15-yard pickup?
Usually when you get a big game like that, a team is willing to take a chance and go down and try to get points for the halftime. So let's see what coach wants to do.
Nice cut.
Great job. Great job going up here. Great blocking. That was great all the way around with Team Nordic. That's a great confidence-building play. Last 2 times they ran the ball well, gaining 7 yards, and that time gaining 15.
A little more breathing room, better field position, and quarterback causing havoc among wide receivers and running backs here. Trying to go with a silent count.
Offense, number 80, 5-yard penalty, second down.
And this can be a problem when you change the timing of the clap, because everybody's looking for the hand clap, but sometimes quarterback changes the count of when he's going to give the clap, and that's what's happening between him and the center.
And every coach on the Nordic side is telling all the skill guys, watch the ball.
All day. That's the least you can do is watch the ball.
First down and 15 from the 30. Look out. Cox being elusive, trying to direct traffic. Stays balanced, but runs out of bounds.
That's a young quarterback mistake. Once you realize you only have 2 minutes left on the clock and you are having problems, you get outside the tackle box, just throw the ball away.
Making life more difficult than it should. Second down and 18 now for Nordic with 2:01 to go here in the second quarter. They've got all 3 timeouts.
He don't have to get it all back on this play, but he need to have a positive play on this second down so they can have a manageable third down.
You know, by today's standards, 2 minutes a long time. Second and 18. Again, Newman. Going to try him. He's had a good second quarter. Picks up 5. They may have to burn a timeout here, though. And they will.
They're doing a great job running off tackle. The left guard, the left tackle doing a great job of really pressing the left side to give him that lane to run. And they've had it for the last couple of plays.
Team USA has decided to burn a timeout. They've got 1 left. And now Team Nordic's they've got a question to answer. They could try to pick up this first down, or they could run the ball here, stay conservative, and make Team USA burn their final timeout so they don't have any left on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the questions they're going to have to answer, because, you know, their defense in the secondary is still reeling a little bit. They don't want to give up any more points. So they have to decide, you know, 3rd and 13, what's the probability of getting the first down? More than likely you want to run the ball, force them to use a timeout, because you only have a few players in your arsenal that's going to get a first down on 3rd and 13.
Let's see what they decide to do. Seeing the coaching staff really trying to fire up Team USA here. Looking for a stop.
Like we was in the NFL when our coaches had their play sheet. When they got to 3rd and 10 or more, 3rd and 15 or more, they only had 3 or 4 plays called and 2 of them were screened. So the majority of the time they reduced that playbook and it would call something safe to punt the ball off.
3rd down, 13 needed. Got to have the 45-yard line. After the Team USA timeout. Flags fly on the snap. Big pressure. Cox eludes the first guy. Throws it over the top. Underthrown ball that's broken up as they tried to hit Engel at the 40-yard line. Great play by Cornelius. Cedric Cornelius on an underthrown ball. Another flag.
Illegal formation. Offense. 5 in the backfield. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
They tried to pick it up here with 1:39 to go in a 30-7 game. Team USA does not have to burn its final timeout. Team Nordic committing the infraction. And with Trey Hart back deep at his own 40, probably the most explosive skill guy that Team USA has. Team USA with a chance to do something, and they may not have to wait that long. Another bad snap. It's on the turf at the 5-yard line. It'll be Team USA ball. A second bad snap, making a bad situation worse.
I tell you, the deep snapper have been snapping the ball high throughout the game, and at this time, they probably could not corral that catch. And it was extra high that time. And that's something that is almost inexcusable in a sense, because you cannot cover the center, the deep snapper anymore, so you're not going to be blocked. So you should take your time to snap the ball out correctly. You have to get what they say, get your butt down, snap the ball, follow through, and get the ball in the air where they can make plays.
Joe Watzke making the play for Team USA. I was going to say that. Well, the first thing the coach is going to tell you, get your butt down.
You have to get your butt down. You have to follow through. Special teams is where all the calamity can happen, all the big plays, change of field, touchdowns. So the most important thing before anything happens, just like a regular offensive set, is snapping the ball. It's the most important thing, snapping the ball and catching the ball.
1st and goal. This is Cap, who's coming to spell Miller, trying to run outside, gets slung to the ground. Oh, and not nicely either. Flag comes out.
There should be a horse collar tackle on that play.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle. Defense, number 33. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic, 1st down.
Just play again.
As you see, he got his hands inside the shoulder pads. You have to let it go. You know, it's a safety rule now. They try to protect these players from getting rolled up with their ankles and legs. So you can't make the tackle reaching within that jersey or pulling the jersey anymore.
Bad snap on a punt has Team USA on the doorstep. 1st and goal from the 2 now. Boy, that wasn't a clean snap. I'm surprised the flag didn't fly. They don't get anything.
They're still doing the silent count, and it's still an issue with a new team coming together. He's trying to run it in, but they're doing a good job of really filling those gaps, making him change direction. If he has to change direction before he hits the line of scrimmage, the play is almost there.
From the 2, we go inside of a minute. It has been all Team USA. 3 plays in. Team USA had a 2-score lead. Fun to watch. Certainly not fun to watch, though, from the Nordic sideline. 30-7. Play clock winding down, and Team USA got to burn a timeout here. So that's the last one of those. Line of scrimmage is the 1-yard line. A lot of fans coming out, bringing the placards. Watching the International Bowl here at AT&T Stadium.
I tell you, this is a testament to how popular this game is. These fans came all the way from Norway and Germany to come up here and enjoy a cold weekend. I know it's not as cold as it is in Germany, but they're enjoying themselves in this place, in this venue, watching this game. I know it's a great experience for them, seeing their son play on the field. Just taking part of this event is so special for them in being here in this game.
Fans from Finland and Norway. You mentioned Germany, Sweden and Denmark.
You know, I had an opportunity to coach in NFL Europe in Cologne, and
really,
and they love football there. They love football, and you know, we was over there with the players. We had a couple of the German players that were there, and they was part of the team. And that the sport is growing so much in popularity, and kids want to really take part of the game.
I wonder what percentage of NFL fans are from Europe. Low snap, but Cat digs it out, and he runs straight ahead for the Team USA touchdown.
You know, I had a friend of mine that grew up in London, and he was telling me that they you know, Europe, especially in Great Britain, they had a lot of loyal fans, but it was different because games used to come on so late at night. So it was like a late night affair when they watched NFL games, and they always had a following. So when they started bringing games over to Europe, people were like, well, where are these people coming from? Where they always watched the teams, especially teams that were popular. So in the 80s, it was the 49ers and the Bears, and then it moved on from there. So you've had some fan following from Europe that's been around for a while.
Another swinging gate. Got Miller out there at quarterback now. He's going to run it. They can't stop him. It's good. Man, he's a load.
He's a big guy. If you don't tackle him low, he's gonna you just wait to get in there.
You're gonna take a lariat out there for that big bull. So Justin Cap ends up with a touchdown. Miller with a 2-point conversion. Manassas, Virginia for the 6'2", 182-pound QB. Both quarterbacks doing a little leaping celebration there.
Team USA is doing a great job. They are playing at all cylinders. They started this game focused. They haven't lost focus. They're playing. Team Nordic is trying to step their game up and try to match their intensity. But, you know, Team USA have nothing to hold them back right now. They're playing at all cylinders. Everybody's confident. Miller comes in the game to spread the ball around, and they're looking great.
You know what I loved about Miller right there? They say that great players make players around them better. I can't help but think that Miller doesn't do that. I'm sure Cap has learned a whole bunch from Miller's demeanor, because Miller's a really good quarterback. I'm sure he's learned a ton.
You know, I tell people all the time, great leaders are great leaders because people are willing to follow them. And they're willing to follow them because they serve. And you can tell that he actually serves. He gives to his team. When you have a quarterback that gives to his team, they want to follow you. That's really the real mark of a true leader. And he's exemplifying that this week in his game.
26 seconds to go. Team Nordic down 38-7. It has gotten away from him, and it got away from him early. About 4 minutes in, we were wondering if that nail had come out to put in the coffin. Return here for Springfield, about 10 yards out to the 26-yard line. 20 seconds to go until halftime.
Coach now might take this into the locker room and just regroup and have his team come out to start the second half and just execute and do some positive things to play this game.
You know, great character kids like Miller, when he's not in there, you know, he's as happy for the backup quarterback Cat as he is for himself.
And that's a great team player. That's one of the great things about this game. You fall in love with the team.
Nice 13-yard run for Nordic as this first half winds to a close. Good run there by Newman, who's had a good first half. So it has been all Team USA. Miller with 4 touchdown passes for Team USA. First 2 quarters are in the books here at AT&T Stadium, the International Bowl in Arlington, Texas, where Team USA has a 38-7 lead over Team Nordic. AT&T Stadium, the site for the International Bowl tonight. Team USA, the U19 select team, taking on Team Nordic with a 38-7 advantage. Jeff Miller, the 6'6" quarterback, with 4 touchdown tosses in the first half, and they have rolled from the outset. A great showing by Team USA, and it should be an exciting second half. We'll see how Team Nordic responds here on ESPN3. Our score at halftime is 38-7 in favor of Team USA over Team Nordic. Our score is Team USA. Total domination over Team Nordic tonight here in the International Bowl. And what a showing by Team USA. They came out and they set the tone early in this ball game.
You know, they were hot coming in. They were confident before the game. And they came out with all cylinders. Miller just really sprayed the ball over the field. He's a 6'5" quarterback that could see it all. And he used all his weapons at his disposal. And Team Nordic settled down as the game went on. But, Team USA right now is playing real confident.
Playing confident, playing as if they have been on the same page for weeks. But these players have only been together for a matter of days. But, when you come into a game like this with the type of poise, with the type of ability that Jeff Miller has and his offense, it's no wonder he's thrown 4 touchdown passes, 2 of which have gone to Harrington Greer out of South Bend, Indiana. He's fabulous, too.
You could tell they had bought into him in terms of their rallying person for the team. And it's great in the All-Star game to have that because it makes the team come together quicker and get the cohesiveness with all the talent. It makes people play unselfish and giving to the team, and they're showing that.
And, the numbers show that, too. They've got over 300 yards of total offense. 250 of those have come through the air. We knew that Team USA had a chance to dominate, but I don't know that we thought it was going to be like this.
You have no way of foreseeing it, but you knew they were confident. You saw it in the pregame, you saw it at the beginning of the game. They were confident coming in, and just the way the game started, that just raised the level of confidence for them, having 2 passes, 2 touchdowns, getting the lead so quick, and they still finished the half out the same way.
All right, Marcus, thanks so much, and we thank you for watching. 38-7 is our score here at halftime. Team USA, total domination tonight over Team Nordic. Second half coming up in just a bit from AT&T Stadium, the International Bowl tonight. Our score here at AT&T Stadium. Arlington, Texas, the site for the International Bowl tonight. U19 select ball game between Team USA and Team Nordic. It's been a fun day of action, and it started off with a bang for Team USA.
Jeff Miller came into the game red hot. First pass from scrimmage, he throws a bomb to Harrington Greer Jr. for a 70-yard touchdown. On the ensuing possession, Team Nordic didn't have all their bearings straight and fumbled the ball. Team USA did a great job of recovering the ball. Jeff Miller gets back into the game, and on his very second pass, he completes a post corner throw and catch to Ernest Carnover the third. Team Nordic continued their issues as they had a safety on a high snap. And then Justin Kapp comes into the game, using his legs, getting down the field, and throws an interception. Team Nordic was stopped, and Jim Miller gets back in the game. And what does he do? He takes another bomb in another direction, getting the ball down the field right away, completing a pass to Javon Pratt. Then he comes right back on a fade right route, what I call an alley-oop pass to Harrington Greer Jr. for his second touchdown. Team Nordic mounts up a mild comeback when they're trying to come downhill and make the plays with the quarterback, Matthew Cox Jr. And then they finish out the drive with a nice outcut zone play by Emil Newman to finally get their touchdown. Jeff Miller comes back into the game and once again goes down to his favorite receiver now, Harrington Greer Jr. for his third touchdown of the half. Right before the half, the ball was snapped over the punter's head once again. Team USA gets the ball, and Justin Kapp takes it in for another touchdown for Team USA.
Great showing for Team USA as they have the advantage 38-7. And look at the decimation that Team Nordic has undergone. 312 to 71 in terms of total yards. Only 15 passing yards for Team Nordic. I don't know if that is as eye-popping as the 275, but both numbers are just unmistakably pronounced.
Well, you know, it's all about big plays. Right now, Team USA are hitting their big plays. They had 5 big plays in the first half. Normally, you have 5 big plays in the game, and they had all in the first half, which opened the floodgates on everything else. Team Nordic is playing to run pretty well, but they don't have any answer for the passing game, and so they can't get the defense at the back end settled down. Team Nordic on offense, they tried to settle it down. They had a couple of miscues on fumbling the ball and also on special teams. And they did mount it one decent drive where they scored a touchdown. But they need to settle down and just execute plays, stretch the field where they can.
So Team USA out with a bang. They've got to hold on to take the International Bowl U19 Select ball game. 38-7 USA over Nordic. About to begin the third quarter of action. Scott Garner alongside Marcus Price today here at AT&T Stadium, the International Bowl U19 Select Edition today. This is the 4th of 4 games. More action coming up at AT&T next week. We'll tell you more about that later. But Team USA coming out with a bang. 4 touchdown passes from Jeff Miller. And he's got a bevy of wide receivers from which to choose. And he has gone to the electrifying Harrington Greer 3 times. Now Wednesday, January the 17th, will be our next telecast right here on ESPN3. First broadcast will be at 9:30 Central Time with the U15 Stripes against the U15 Stars. Both teams from the United States. And Team USA will kick things off to begin the second half. Well, they tee it up. John Miller approaches the ball. Leathers in the air and taken by Engel. Going to try the middle. Gets a block. 20. Decent return. He got hit hard though. Gets out to the 26.
Decent return and paid for it a little bit on the return, but that was decent. That's a positive. Anything that's positive right now with Team Nordic is a plus because they want to just execute, keep getting positive plays, display to the nation what they can do. And the only way you can do it is do a positive play at a time.
Some things that you liked about Nordic's play in the first half.
You know, they ran the ball pretty well, especially up tackle on the left side. The defensive front 7 really shored up the runs. That's the strength of this team. They can run decent and they can stop the run.
And we see it there on first down. Good first down carry. Teams that win a lot of football games always stay in front of the chains. And when you get 9 yards on a carry on that first down, it makes the coach smile, makes things easier on second down, doesn't it?
It does. And really the misdirection plays is what they can't handle right now, but they can go downhill right away. And that's what they need to do, execute the plays that you do well.
Wilhelm Domas, backup quarterback, turns and hands to Newman, who slow plays it here. Gets the first down and took a little punishing hit there toward the end, too.
Still a positive play, still getting past the line of scrimmage. This is the things that Team Nordic need to continue to do. 1st and 10, get it ahead of the chains.
Well, Joe Watsky right in the middle of that Mike linebacker. Well, he has been everywhere today. Makes that last hit 6 feet, 229. There's Wilhelm Domas out of Sweden, Team Nordic. Played a lot in Norway, too, and running back gets bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Newman's still in there.
I tell you, Team USA been playing those option plays well. It's only a couple of times when the quarterback got outside the containment of the end, but those defensive tackles on Team USA has been dominant the whole game in terms of playing that weak side read option play.
Domas more of a drop back passer. We're not going to see him scramble quite as much as we've seen others today. Every team we've seen today loves that pistol formation.
You know, one of the reasons why they do is because the quarterback has the best vision of the field.
Too many guys on the field here.
There is no foul for 12 players on the field. Timeout. Nordic team, their first timeout of the half.
Okay, so they allowed him to take a timeout rather than the penalty. But these two teams combined for 12 flags in that first half.
Yeah, you know, you tend to get sloppy here or there, especially on the motion plays. When you have a new offense that's installed, one of the difficult things is try to get multiple looks with motions and knowing what guy need to step up on the line of scrimmage. That type of thing take time, you know. And so when the timing is not right and you're doing silent count, it just adds to some of the confusion that can happen in the offensive set.
38-7, Team USA with the advantage. Played 2 minutes of the second half. Personnel straightened out here. Tight end right. Newman trying to bounce. Takes a hit at the 40-yard line. Chase Hoffman came up and just got him form tackle after a gain of 2.
Hoffman did a good job of really filling the gap that was there, because if he was not there, he probably would have gained 8 yards. He did a great job of filling it right away, meeting him at the line of scrimmage.
Chase Hoffman, a senior defensive back, 6 feet 190, out of Half Moon Bay, California. 3rd down and 8 for Nordic. Domas under serious pressure. He's got to unload, and the ball's caught. How many times has that happened? Just threw it up for grabs.
Catch. That was a great catch. In fact, the fact that he caught the ball and got his foot in bounds was you know, with pressure bringing him outside, that was great. He threw up his back foot. He waited. He got the foot down, held onto the ball. That was a great catch. Great first down for Team Nordic. They need those type of plays to keep the chains moving.
10 yards on a desperate throw into the boundary. Hapasari making a great catch. First and 10 in Team USA territory. Slow play it here at the mesh point, and Domas has to eat it. A loss of 1 back to midfield.
I tell you, he misread that play. That was a read option play, but they were reading the defensive tackle. And usually when they read the defensive tackle, he has to really be going with the running back for the quarterback to keep it. And he misread it and ran right into the defensive tackle.
Joe Tingelhoff out of the IMG Academy.
And that's a big fella, 6'2", 295. And he comes to play. You don't want to make a mistake and run into that wall.
Number 98 out of Fort Myers, Florida. And that says something when you play at the IMG.
Yeah, because most of those kids, they are prospects that are preparing for playing at the D1 level.
2nd and 11. They go back to Newman, who tried to cut it back and met a sea of white. Second big play in 4 for Chase Hoffman. That Mike linebacker, Watsky, was there too.
Joe Watsky is a hard-hitting linebacker. You see, he shucks out the center, come right in there, perfect form tackle. I mean, that is a solid play for the big fella. He's not an undersized guy. He is a plugger. He's a guy that wants to shoot the gap, take on guys, and make plays. And you still need those linebackers in the game that know to fill those gaps and make plays.
This drive for Team Nordic began at their own 26. 7th play of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd down and 9. Rolling right, Domas, and overshoots his man out of the right flat. Couldn't find Ashworth. That was 4th and 9. And Nordic's going to punt.
That was just about execution. He's rolling to his right. He has to get that ball down to deliver that ball right there, receivers, to make it an easy catch. Give him a chance to try to make the first down. When you throw those passes that's below first down, you're trying to make the easiest pass to give your athletes the best opportunity to at least try to get the first down.
Trey Hart awaiting this punt from Mark Volt. At least the snap was good this time. They've had 2 snaps go over the punter's head. Hart fielding it in motion. Nordic covers it well. They've covered kicks pretty well.
You know, their special teams has been good, except for the snapping for most of the day. The coverage team has been great. Getting downfield, making sure that Team USA don't have any room to make any plays on the special team. So that's one positive for Team Nordic. And you know that Team Nordic is still a learning team. They're learning the game of football. You got guys that are coming together from other teams. It may not be as seasoned in terms of playing the game like other American football players, but there are some intangibles and some things that they are doing well that's going to help them down the road as football players.
33 yards on that boot, and so Team USA leading it by a 38-7 score. They come out, and Cat will be out there to start. They give it to Meza, who's got a nice carry and explosive play up the right side, and pick up 16 on the scamper to the 43.
That was a nice counter play. He had opportunity to go inside and saw that the defensive end went inside, and he bounced it outside for a great 16-yard gain.
Oh, imagine that, another flag down.
Probably get face mask there at the end of the play.
This officiating crew's had a ton of airtime tonight.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Nice bounce to the outside, and he just uses his speed from there. Once that defensive end got occupied, as you see the face mask, whenever you see the helmet turn around, there's going to be a flag every time.
Good run by Alex Meza. Oh, the center's going to spot the ball here. He says, wait, it should be up a little bit. Umpire says, that's my job. Cap turns, another straight give, straight ahead on the dive play. Alex Meza, second straight carry, picks up 4.
I see Team USA slowing it down, getting the huddle, taking their time. No need to rush, just call good plays and just execute them.
You just joined us. Team USA got off to a big start tonight. They scored on a 70-yard touchdown pass on the second play of the game. Then they executed a 2-point conversion against the swinging gate. Nordic on the next play from scrimmage fumbled, and then the ensuing play ended up being a touchdown pass. There's a pass from Cap out to a backup wideout in Darius Lassiter, 6'2" senior, 180 pounds, out of Lawrence, Kansas, goes to Free State High School. Moves the sticks here in a gain of 12.
He did a great job running that stick route, just running down and stopping there about 8 yards. The cornerbacks are playing so far off. They have that route combination and that route available to them.
Inside of 5:40 now here in the third. Cap rolling right. He's going to throw on the run. Single coverage. It goes incomplete. Ball started to sail a little bit over the head of the intended target, DJ Sturgis.
Cap was a little far with the pass. When you have a tall receiver, you don't necessarily have to throw him open. What you want to do is throw it high enough that way he can catch it in this area. And he just high points the ball, especially when you're going against a smaller corner.
Second down and 10. From the 29. Cap, quick pass out to the right, and Crown over his second target, makes a man miss, had 2 in fact, got a block downfield in the red zone, gets down to the 9-yard line. Boy, nice play right there. 22 yards on the hookup, most of it done with the legs.
And like they call it, the old yak, the yards after the catch, making people miss, getting it to your athletes out there in the open field and allowing them to make plays, and he did a great job.
Team USA rolling here in Arlington. By the way, Cap tonight only threw it 6 times in the first half. There's a screen. Has Meza, has the touchdown. 9 yards on the screen pass from Cap to Meza.
I tell you, this was a great pass design. You know, this is This is called an oop screen, I guess you would call it, where the screen is actually going to the left. He actually turns to the left, and at the last second, he turns back to the right just to throw a nice flat pass to the running back. He turns to the left, turns right back to the right. He's wide open. Only one receiver out there to block for him. Score a touchdown.
I know they've only been together about 3 or 4 days, but Marcus, this Team USA executes better than what the information says about that.
Confidence is something that once you have it on your team, it seems like you can always do more. And these guys are confident. When they put something in that's new or for the first time, they don't hesitate to just execute the play. And that's what you see exemplified today in this game.
PAT is perfect. And with 4:41 to go in this third quarter, Team USA extends the lead 45-7 over Nordic here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. International Bowl 9 here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. 45-7 in favor of Team USA. And Team USA will kick off to Nordic. Got a lot of work to do and not much time. 4:41 here in the third. Straight ahead for Engel with a seam and a tackle broken. Midfield, one man to beat. Beat him. Now he's got a couple of blockers. Special teams for Nordic. Dividends, big time. Touchdown.
Great blocking all the way down the field, and he did a great job of hitting it without stopping. Reading the blocks when it's necessary and hit it.
95 yards on the kickoff return. What a great job by Lasse Engel, who used his blocks, was patient when he needed to.
These guys been doing a good job on special teams for the most part, and it paid off for them. They never gave up. They never lost heart on making the play and just good things, making good things happen. That was a good return. That was excellent for his team.
95 yards to give him a spark. Ball deflected at the line. No good. 45-13 in favor of Team USA as Nordic back on the board. First time they have scored since midway through the first half when Newman had that 7-yard touchdown run. Look at this return again.
Catches the ball. He has a nice head start. Once he saw that wave of blocks blocking the guys to the left, that's when you knew he had one guy to beat. Once that happened, he had a convoy of blockers in front of him. It's to the house.
Well, what a great jolt to a somewhat lifeless Nordic sideline. That'll help.
Whenever you have, when a game feels like it's out of hand, all you want to do is do positive things in your sideline. You can't worry about the score anymore. You just worry about executing. Knowing you're playing at AT&T Stadium, you just want to play. Your family's here, have fun, let it all hang out. And that's how you should play. Don't play tight. Don't play like the world's going to come to you, and you just make plays. You never know what's going to happen down the line. Crazy things have happened, but you just want to make plays and keep executing as best you possibly can and learn from this experience that they're having here in Arlington.
So Team USA will kick off. And the front line coming up pretty tight from the 10. Here comes Pratt. 25, and that's going to be it. Snowed under, special teams tackle made by Alexander Niestein.
Looks like Jeff Miller's about to come back into the game, and we'll see if they continue to do what they've been doing the entire game.
4:14 to go here in the third quarter. Job by Trayvon Pratt, 6'3", 187-pound wide receiver from High Point, North Carolina. Ragsdale High School is where he goes. 1st and 10 coming up for Team USA. Miller is back in there for a brilliant first half. Handoff, and from the snap, a flag, I believe, flew. The side judge threw the flag up. It landed in the bench. What was that about? Miller, by the way, 247 yards. He was 12 of 13 in the first half. Good grief.
He had a solid performance all over the field. Seeing the field, getting the ball out in his hands to his playmakers. It was.
There is no foul for illegal substitution. The 12th player was actually the 11th.
We have seen a number of penalties tonight. 13 in the first half alone. Miller on 2nd down and 3 after the 7-yard run. Hands the ball off to Lance Jones, who's really big. He's not really speedy. Close to a 1st down here. And they'll move the sticks. A gain of 3.5, 4 yards.
I've been impressed with Team Nordic's ability to fit it in for the runs, and it's something they can build on in the future as they continue to teach these kids the game and the experience, the time they have in this game. So it's amazing to see what they've come to so far in this game.
You know, Miller coming to the sideline to get the play, is that because they just don't have time to teach the signals?
They do, and I think Team USA is kind of slowing the game down just a little bit because before they would run a receiver the game and call the play, the tempo was a lot faster.
Off the play fake, they try to go to Greer on the deep post, underthrown just a bit, and ends up being broken up by Lempinen.
That was only the 2nd time that Jeff Miller threw a pass like this. When he's rolling out, you got to set your feet and you got to go through the front of your foot so that the ball has some follow through. The cornerback played a nice undercut on the route, so you have to overthrow it and throw your receiver open when you try to force it in there.
You know, these teams have only been together a couple of days, don't have time to put in an extensive playbook, and after they run the same play 3 or 4 times, do you start having to put a little wrinkle or two in there?
You have to, because defenses start to figure out, especially on pass routes or on what you're doing. They start to make the adjustments. So you have to add small wrinkles, and a lot of times it comes you coming on the sideline and just having that conversation. Hey, just go a little deeper. I'm gonna throw a little deeper because he's playing underneath me, and you had a communication that helps.
Miller trying to find Travion Pratt there again, as we mentioned, the wide receiver out of High Point, North Carolina. And after Miller went 12 of 13 in the first half, he's missed on his last couple. Third and 10. Underneath, he's got to run for it, and he's got it. Trey Hart caught it about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, and then had to find some room. 12 yards on the pickup. 1st and 10, Team USA.
Jeff did a great job of getting his athlete the ball in time for him to make a play. Whenever you throw a ball short of the sticks and it's a 3rd down, you call him the play because you want to get to the athlete where he can make room to try to use his athleticism to get the 1st down. Great job.
Miller on the give to Lance Jones again. Jones dancing around at the line of scrimmage. Gets 2. Hakon Soderfine brings him down. And also Beauregard, Tobias Beauregard. Seventh play of this drive coming up that began at their own 23. 2:06 to go here in the 3rd. It's all Team USA tonight. Play action. Miller fired out left, tight end, makes a man miss. Mercurio close to a 1st down here. Nice run after the catch.
He did a great job of using his body. You know, one thing about a tight end is you have the size, you have the strength. When you get the ball in your hands, it's hard for those cornerbacks and safeties to take it down. So you use your body for an advantage to get north and south and stretch the field downfield. That was a great job by him getting the most yards he could out of that play.
Mercurio, 6'4", 225-pound tight end. Got an official's timeout here. Mercurio out of Medina, Ohio. But he's more known for his blocking ability than his pass catching ability. But they get it to him for the first time. 3rd down and 2 after the official's timeout. And they're going to Some different personnel here. I think they changed the down box, did they not?
The down box, I think, went out once again, so they brought in the old school, reliable.
3rd down and 2. Two technique jumps, makes contact. They've got to stop the play.
Great job by Jeff Miller changing up the cadence. They're not going to silent count. He actually called the cadence, and he changed the cadence up. Team Nordic didn't look at the ball and jumped outside.
Defense, number 94. 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
Easy call there for the officials. Talking about the down box a moment ago. This Team USA has done a good job on 1st down tonight. They have not been behind the chains much.
And that always helps. Whenever you are 2nd and 5 or less, you have the whole playbook to you, and that's just advantageous for the play caller because the defense have to adjust to everything.
Miller hoping to go over 300 yards tonight. Again, throws off his back foot, and ball juggled by Pratt. This time he can't reel it in. Put it in the wrong place, right on his numbers there.
Yeah, usually they would say if the ball touching your body, the receiver should be making a catch. So, all the passes would not be perfect, but generally if it's coming within your areas, the expectation is you're going to catch the ball.
For as athletic as Pratt is, that didn't look very athletic.
Not at all.
2nd down and 10. Miller, pitch. End around. Here goes Pratt. He's going to get his yards one way or another. And it looks like he's got 10 in the 1st.
That's a good job. Sometimes when you look at these kids and, they're big, they're athletic, they're moving, and then All-Star game, and sometimes you still remember they're still high school kids. So every now and then they're going to make those high school mistakes. But in that play, Brad did a great job of getting outside of the reverse and maximizing that play, getting all the yards he could to get that 1st down.
That one was a little bit easier to catch.
A whole lot easier.
1st and 10. They'll get a play off before the end of the quarter. Front side pressure against single coverage. That one way underthrown. I thought that Volai was going to be able to pick it off, but it goes incomplete. And this 3rd quarter has come to a close. 12 more minutes of football tonight here at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. 45-13, Team USA. Go to the 4th. 45-13, Team USA with the advantage. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Miller play action. A little short pass into the flat. Nice grab made. Jonathan Lee for the 1st time tonight. Going to move the chains here. They're going to go ahead and roll the clock.
That was a nice throw by Jeff Miller. He turned his shoulders around and really gave his player the chance to make the 1st down. And that's all you expect him to do on the play. When you throw the ball short in the flat, he did a great job of turning upfield and getting that 1st down.
And Miller, what a day he has had today. Again, 250 yards at the break. Another penalty. Man, we have seen a half a season's worth of flags here in this game.
False start on the offense, number 61. 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
Now, during the regular season, that would drive a close crazy, but you're going to have an understanding in an All-Star game. That's one of the penalties you're going to have the most is the legal procedure and motion penalties.
12th play of this drive, longest drive in terms of plays. Miller on 1st and 15, going to go to the end zone. Too tall for Trey.
One of the things that Miller will have to learn with his size is he don't necessarily ever have to really throw off his back foot because he's tall. Usually quarterbacks who are shorter just try to gain space on the defender that's defending them, then they lean back. But he doesn't necessarily have to do that with his height. So one of the things that he'll always practice, and I know the quarterback coach will work with him on, is always following through on his pass all the time, even when he rolls out.
Second down and 15. Miller again looking to the sideline to get a call. Changing the play here. Rush 4. Again going deep on the fade. End zone, had a chance. In and out of his hands. Boy, they had a chance at a nice touchdown. Travion Pratt again. And Miller this time put it right where he needed to.
Pratt just couldn't hang on to it. He leaped. It probably, maybe the timing of the leap kind of threw him off, but he was right there, the ball to catch it. Just what he wish he could have back.
Miller at 265 in terms of the passing yards through 3 quarters. 14 of 19, 265, 4 touchdowns, had a long of 73 earlier, has not been sacked a single time. 3rd and 15. Swing pass this time. Running back Mesa on the edge and then gets yanked down. Gain of 2 maybe. Be a field goal here. Yeah, they're going to go field goal.
I think just decided to make a safe play, get it out there, and they tried the end zone twice and see if they can try something low and get the athlete to the position and see if he can make a play from underneath. Didn't make it. They kicked the field goal.
It's going to be about 41 here. John Miller comes out. They'll be on the extreme left hash, the high school hash here.
I guess John Miller said, I want to kick 2 after all the
look at that
swinging gates.
That's about half the thickness of a tee. That's about half the height of a regular block. Snaps back. This one looks good. He got it. Nice kick. 41 yards officially.
Of all the years I've played in college and NFL, one thing that's common, every kicker will have his own little niche at the way they do special little field goals. I've seen some that don't want to tee at all. I've seen some that want to tee, some that want to kick barefoot or wear basketball shoes. They all have their own essential things. So I always say whatever works for you, as long as it goes to the goalposts.
I tell you, back in the 80s and 90s, especially in college, those tees were so tall.
Oh yes,
you can cork a baseball bat. You can put rubber balls inside an aluminum bat to make the ball jump. What can you do to a tee to give yourself an advantage?
I have no idea. But when I kicked back in high school, they used to have this shoe with the toe boot. They used to turn your toe up. So I used to kick the ball straight up in high school. It went far, but it seemed like I would throw my whole half my back out. So, I was so glad we got to like I said, I was kicking one kid that knew to play soccer to come to our school to kick the ball. So
that's what
I wanted to kick us out of the board.
That's what an offensive tackle gets for trying to be a place kicker.
Man. You like some of these kids in high school. Your high school, you play almost everything. So,
hey, speaking of kicks, hey, you were on the field when Tony Romo botched that snap against Seattle.
Yeah, I tell you, that was one of those experiences. You feel like you're on cloud 9. We're about to win a game. To oh my God, what just happened? Okay, let me shake your hands. Good luck.
It happens. It's a big blur, isn't it?
I'm telling you, man, things can turn in the game. The tide can turn in the game so fast in an instant. Just like Monday night when Alabama went up on Georgia. Georgia thinking it's 3rd and 20. Oh, we're going to win the game. And next thing you know, a bomb down the sideline, Alabama wins. It can turn just that fast.
You mentioned coaching in the World League. This Nordic team with players from Finland and Norway, Sweden, Denmark, down 48-13. What was it like coaching there in that World League?
The experience was great because the fan base was so great. They followed the teams well, and we had a lot of the NFL players who were developing, and that ended up making the roster. So you was helping them along the way make the next step. But Germany, where we was in Cologne, and they were very hospitable, and they really supported the team well, which made our transition pretty easy.
Jonathan Gustafson getting his first carry. Quarterback's going to keep it this time off of that zone read play. Wilhelm Domas, who started the second half, still the signal caller for this Nordic team. First down at 10 after that run of 6. Inside of 7 minutes here in this 4th quarter. And when you say support the team well, were the fans as fanatical as they are here in the States about American football?
You know, they were fanatical. They didn't know all the rules in the game because they came to the game with noise makers and all those type of things. But that's what they do at their events. But they love the game of football. They love the tenacity of it.
Pass picked off, and Team USA continues to shine here at AT&T Stadium. Robert Wood Jr., 6'2", 180-pound defensive back, Vallejo, California, where he's from.
Robert Woods did a great job just cutting underneath that play, and the ball was thrown right to him. He did a great job just take it bread from a baby, basically. Playing underneath, ball is right there, probably shouldn't have been thrown, but hey, he did his job, got the interception for his team. Great highlight for the highlight reel for him.
So turnover for Team Nordic. And as far as those go, it's their first turnover since the first quarter, second turnover of the game. Boy, Miller, not much time there. Big pressure from big number 90 getting through there. Victor Stoffel.
He did the smart thing. He muffed the snap. He kind of messed up the time of the play. He looked up to see if anybody was out there. He was out of the tackle box. Just threw it away. That's a smart play for a young quarterback.
Jim Kreiner, the head coach for Nordic, guy that coached in the World League a little bit, had some experience coaching there with the Kansas City Chiefs. 26 years he spent as a head coach. Swing pass out over to Trey Hart. Picks up about 3 on it.
You know, one of the experiences these guys will experience here playing together as they go to the next level, they'll never forget the relationships and the bonds that they built and the experience they built here. This will always carry with them that experience. And they may come making circles again, may be on same teams, either here or if anyone to make it to the level of the pros. So, you know, this is a great experience for these kids to play together in this type of form. And these relationships will always be part of their lives for the rest of their life.
You know, they'll develop those bonds. They'll keep in contact with one another. And all of those relationships and connections will prove beneficial as they have for many that have gone on to play in the league. Miller's throw way too low around the shoe tops of his intended target that time. Tied in Muhammad. Fourth down for Team USA. 3:54 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Are they going to take another crack at it?
I was going to ask you, most of those teams in the World League, they were based in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Why did that league go defunct?
You know, I think the NFL, they was actually losing money running the league because they really didn't have a bona fide TV contract, a solid one to actually support the league. And the off seasons at the time started to be more involved.
Miller's 4th and 7 throw in a ton of traffic. And this time Muhammad somehow found the football. They'll move the sticks.
Great job. So, you know, NFL wanted players back in off seasons. They came more involved in terms of running their OTAs and mini camps. And so they didn't want to lose that from the young players. The salary cap also was a challenge because they had to play younger players early, where before that time, you know, younger players would take time to develop. If you notice now, if you're a first-round, second-round pick, they're trying to put you in the game real quick. So they don't want you going in the offseason. They want you there to learn the playbook and be ready to play in the fall.
1st and 10 handoff, not much. Right him out of bounds. We've seen 20 flags. What about a 21st? Well, it has been a fun day of football here at AT. Did he really throw a flag? Timeout.
Trick team. That's their first timeout of the half.
Okay.
2:19 to go here at AT&T Stadium. 48-13. That's some timeout I would call.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Well,
but you know, just as the Finland was saying, you know, World League was a great experience for the coaches, but it's a great experience for those kids, the players that had a year to develop. And, you know, I wish they still would have had it because I think it's important to have another venue for players to kind of develop their game, because everybody don't make it from college to the NFL, and sometimes you need that extra year to develop, to showcase what you can do, to try to compete at the NFL level.
Did you play in the World League?
Didn't play. I never played in the World League. I was just fortunate enough that when I got drafted, I played, but I had so many of my teammates that had to go the route of going to the World League to kind of get that extra year to get themselves established, because the NFL, in the most part, a lot of times is about where you're drafted, when you're drafted, for the most part.
Many of these players that we've seen today in our 4 games, the International Bowl will be headed to professional football in the years to come. One of the reasons why they are out here today. Great all-star extravaganza that will continue next week here at AT&T Stadium. It's backup quarterback Justin Kapp, who has played a significant role in this ball game. 66 yards passing for Kapp today on 7 of 10 throwing. Nordic's going to take another timeout with 2:24 to go in a 48-13 game. But no, it's been a fun day of football, a really good day. We've seen a lot of great talent, and not just talent localized, talent from all over the country, all over the world, which is one of the reasons why they call it the International Bowl.
It was great to see these guys coming in and just being on this stage and really showcasing their talent, seeing what they want to do. And and that's one thing that this International Bowl provides. It provides kids an opportunity to play on a big stage. The international teams will come and play in this venue, something they've probably only seen on TV, and to take part of playing against top talent. That's something they're not going to forget. Their family's not going to forget the trip that they taken here for this game.
Making memories and certainly creating great experience for these young players. Kapp's going to go to the end zone. He's going for Trey, who dropped the ball. Trey Hart had a chance at the touchdown pass. Team USA says, you know what, you're going to call another timeout with 2 minutes to go? We're going to the end zone.
I tell you, the execution is still there. If they wanted it, it's still there. He ran the post quarter. He was open. He just dropped the ball. Got to hold on to it.
Fourth down, they're going to go for the big one here. 45-yard attempt. Miller certainly has the leg for it. This one's not online, and he mishit it. So had a chance earlier. He hit the 41-yard earlier. That one goes a little wide right. So Team Nordic will take over. With 1:10 to go in the game. So happy to have you along here on ESPN3 tonight from Arlington, Texas. Backup running back getting the carry here. So they go with Andreas Hanstein. Hanstein 5'6", 185. Vallenegra Trolls, where he's from. The second carry. They are playing quickly. 40 seconds to go in the game.
This has been a great experience to see these young men come in here and play this game and give it their all, showcase what they can do. And we get a glimpse of what the future is like in this game. Looking at some of these guys, they're going to be household names in the future. You never know how guys are going to develop, but we have seen some tremendously talented football players in these games today.
Big blitz in the middle, and running back just got hammered. Heinstein putting the finishing touches on this one. That'll be the last play of the ball game. So Team USA wins it tonight, 48-13 in the U19 select matchup. The final of 4 games played here in Arlington. A great showing. Player of the game was Jeff Miller, the quarterback, who made 4 touchdown tosses tonight.
I tell you, he played tremendous. Team USA looked awesome tonight. A lot of speed, a lot of talent, a lot to look to the future for these young prospects. They'll be playing in college somewhere.
48-13, Team USA gets the W over Team Nordic. here in the International Bowl at AT&T Stadium. Now, our next telecast coming up on Wednesday, January the 17th. That'll be a 9:30 start with our opening game. It'll be the U.S. Under 15 Stripes against the U.S. Under 15 Stars. For our entire crew here on ESPN3, from Marcus Price, my name is Scott Garner. Until next time, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, good evening, everyone, from the International Bowl, and God bless.